So today we are going to clean our valve cover. This is the valve cover from our new 20 valve silvertop engine, and we can see that we removed it from the engine. All we had to do for that was remove three retaining nuts. So they're actually just down here. These three ones, 12mm, and that's all that holds the valve cover on. The valve cover has a gasket. It's this rubber gasket, and in the corners here of the humps you'll see some gasket makers. This is some sort of silicone sealant, and so you have to remove that as well. And what we're going to do here is just remove all these little external things, the VSV, or no, this is not a VSV, this is the PCV, sorry. And then these wire holders for the spark plug wires. And we're going to strip this paint off. You can see it's sort of fading, and we're going to do that with a wire brush, and then we are going to polish it, and then we can put it back on. And when we put it back on, make sure that the gasket is still good. This one looks okay, but we're going to have to put new silicone sealant in, so we'll show you how to do that as well. And while you have the valve cover off, it's a good idea to cover the head just with some saran wrap here I have, just so dust doesn't get into the engine while you're working. You don't want dust or large particulates getting into the engine, and then when you start it up you get those moving around your engine and causing wear. So just cover it up with some saran wrap and then get to work on your head. Let's get to work and take a look. So we removed everything from the valve cover. You can see we removed the plastic retainers here for the nuts holding on the valve cover. We also removed the PCV valve. Now be careful here, the rubber bushing that holds the PCV valve in gets quite stiff, and then mine actually broke when I was removing it, so I'm going to have to replace that. Also remove the oil filler cap, and that's about it. So now we're ready to go to clean this. We're going to get rid of the silver paint by just grinding it off, sanding it off, and then we're going to rebuff it and see what it looks like. So we've finished polishing off this, or stripping this head. We just used a wire brush, so a steel wire brush. Took some time, got to be careful. This aluminum's pretty soft, so a few little nicks and dings here that we were a little bit too aggressive with the polishing or the grinding off. And now we're going to finish this with a compound called Mother's Mag and aluminum polish, and this is going to make this really shine. So we're just going to rub a little bit in, follow the directions, and see if we can get this just really to shine nice. And then put it back on the engine. Almost done. Here we see the finished cover with the Mother's Shine applied, and you can see that it's nice and shiny. You just have to wipe it on, then wipe it off with terry cloths, and look how beautiful that looks now, nice and shiny. So now we're ready to put the valve cover back on the engine. So right now we just have it drying. We just had some water to wash off all the paint flecks that came off when we polished the valve cover. So we're just drying it right now. And what we need here to put back the valve cover on is some seal packing. So you can get this from Toyota, and it's just sort of this white silicone paste. And you can see here the tip here, you can cut it to different sizes. And once you apply this, you have to put it on right away. That's right. You have to put that right away because it'll dry in about 5 minutes. And so what we have to do here is take off the saran wrap, and we put the seal packing in the corners of any of the humps. So where the two camshafts are on either side, and then also where the distributor is. So just in those corners, just so we can make sure to seal those corners, because the gasket might not seal it perfectly. And then we put the sealant in, we put the gasket in, and then we put the head on, and we torque down the 3 bolts in the middle to 8 Newton meters. So let's do that now.